Hello, in this video I'm talking about how to cure your anxiety. Can you do it on your own at home? And if not, how do you actually get rid of it? And I'd like to ask you a question which I need you to answer in the comments. My name's Paul and I work online with people all over the world to help them overcome their fear of driving. And one of the most common questions people ask in the comments of my many videos on anxiety is, why can't you just tell me how to get rid of it? Well, this is what you need to understand. As I've said many times before in my videos, the way you overcome a fear of driving or any kind of anxiety, phobia, whatever it is you need to find out what's causing it, and then it will go. So the reason you've got your problem is because you don't know what it really is. And if you have anxiety and you focus on it, you've probably baffled yourself trying to work out, what is it? What is this feeling? Where does it come from? Why do I get it? Well, that's the thing, you don't know what it truly is. And as I've explained in other videos, it's a problem from your past, which is now showing up. So when you're younger, you have something happen, which then grows with you. But the thing is, it changes over time. So what can start off as a fear of being bullied at school, which gives you stomach pains, and I've used this example before, can change into other things. So as you get older, stomach pains stop because you leave school, then they become headaches, then it becomes a fear of flying, then a fear of driving. So the problem kind of morphs. So the way you cure your anxiety is to find what that thing is, find out what the problem truly is, and then it will go. The question that I would like to ask you that I mentioned earlier is, if you're one of those people who is searching around online and you're looking for how to overcome your anxiety, how to fix it, cure it, beat it, whatever you want to call it, what is it that you're expecting to hear? Now, I ask these people a lot because I say, look, just tell me how to get rid of it. And I'll say, okay, what is it that you think you're going to hear? If I was to tell you this secret of how to overcome your anxiety, what do you think it would be? And people can never answer. They're like, well, I don't know, I just thought I'd find a video about how to fix it. Please answer that question. What exactly is it that you are expecting to find by asking that? And I've mentioned before how there are many ridiculous theories out there about eat a banana, dance around the room backwards. And yeah, these are things I've heard people saying. If I eat a banana and dance around the room backwards, it gets rid of your anxiety. What a load of rubbish. The only way you are going to fix this problem is to find out what's truly causing it. So people ask me, can I do this on my own? Well, the answer is yes, you can. But it's far more difficult than if you go to a professional. It's like anything. Let's say you need new brakes on your car. You could do it yourself if you know how, but most people by far would go to a professional mechanic at a garage and get them to do it. If you need your roof repairing, well, you're unlikely to do that yourself unless you're trained and you know what you're doing. But for some reason, when people have anxiety, first of all, they don't even make the link between anxiety and a therapist. They don't even think of going to a therapist. And then when that's suggested to them, they say, oh no, I'm not doing that. Don't need a therapist. And there's often this kind of stigma attached to seeing a therapist. Like people say as a joke, don't they? Like, oh, you need therapy. Everyone needs therapy. I've been through loads of it. And that's how you cure your anxiety. The reason it's so hard to do yourself is because you're too stuck in the problem. It's very simple to just sit down, and I've said this many times before, you do not just sit and list what's happened in your life. It's not about just going back and saying, well, I know that I've got no problems in my past. I know that there's no event I'm not aware of. This doesn't make sense. It's nothing to do with this. I need medication. You know, one of the worst comments I ever had on my channel was from someone saying, this won't do anything. You don't need to talk to get rid of anxiety. You need pills. Well, I'm not medically trained, so I'm not going to talk about that. And all I will say is I've worked with hundreds of people who have been on all sorts of pills that do nothing. Now, I'm not medically trained. If you're on pills, whatever, don't stop taking them. That's up to you and your doctor to discuss. But what I will tell you is from my experience, the pills are working on the symptoms. So if you go to see a doctor and you say, I've got this problem with driving anxiety and my heart beats faster, well, they might give you something to slow your heart rate down or to make you feel calmer. But remember, that isn't the problem anyway. That's just the symptom. So there is no point working on the symptom. And yes, I have spoken to many doctors, consultants, I've worked with professors, all kinds of people who have said to me, I've got no idea how you get rid of anxiety like you do. Well, the way I do it is because I don't use pills and drugs and medicine. And again, if you've been told to, if you've been given prescriptions, that's not for me to come in and say, don't take that. That's up to you. I don't get involved in medical cases. But what I am saying is that the way you cure your anxiety, and again, be careful of the word cure, because there are no miracle cures. It's not about some secret remedy, some secret method that fixes it. There are no secrets, and I've openly told people this. I've said it over and over again. For these people who say, why don't you just tell us how to get rid of it? I have, multiple times in my videos. I've told you that the way you overcome anxiety is to find out what is truly causing it. And people get angry and say, but I've done that. There's nothing causing it. There is no story. There's no event. There is. One of the most popular comments on one of my videos, which has got loads of thumbs ups from people who liked it, was from someone saying, I don't think there's an event or anything that happened in my life, any kind of memory. It just happened. I have to smile when I read that comment because I can promise you there is something that you're not aware of. There is an event. Something did happen, and that's why you've got the problem. My expertise is not telling you what the answer is. I don't give people the solution. People often have this misconception that they come to me and I'm going to tell them what the answer is. I don't have the answer. I don't know the answer. I can't make a video telling you how to get rid of anxiety because every single person has a unique reason for having it. The way you do it is to find out where it came from, and then what happens is your subconscious mind mixes with your conscious mind and you'll get things happening. I've done other videos on this. People cry, people get sad, angry, happy. That's your mind subconsciously changing the way you're going to experience the situation where you get anxiety. There is an event, there is something that happened, but the thing is, it can often be forgotten because it happened so long ago, you've just forgotten it. Well, it doesn't matter because although you may forget the event, you don't forget the way it made you feel. You always remember those feelings, and that's why you've got anxiety now, because those past feelings are coming up. You simply need to find out what the original cause of those feelings were. So I'm telling you now, for people who moan about, oh, I don't want to pay you for therapy, you're just here to make money off people, you're picking on people who are vulnerable. Rubbish. I have made over 100 free videos. There is a page on my website, which I'll link to in the description of this video. It goes into great detail about how to overcome your phobias. There are 12 videos on that page at the time I record this, and people have emailed me saying, wow, it worked, thanks. I was going to go and see a therapist, and your videos and your website have helped me for free. So I do give a lot back for free. I do help hundreds, probably thousands of people around the world every year for free. But what it really comes down to, ultimately, is if you want to overcome your anxiety, the single best thing you can do by far is to go to a professional therapist who knows what they're doing. Sadly, there are not many of them because most of them use methods that are ineffective and just don't work, like telling you to relax, be calm. As I've said before, that is not what hypnotherapy is. It's not about relaxing and being calm. I've done another video on that, which I'll link to on the screen now. Check out these other videos for more help overcoming your fears and phobias. And if you do want to work with me one-to-one online from anywhere in the world, contact me through my website, firstdrive.com. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.